Well, of course, it couldn't just work right the
It couldn't
first
just
time.
work.
How are you?
We are
Oh,
good.
now my
I've switched. I'm here now.
we have
It's mini
wow!
me.
Holy shit! It just looks so beautiful.
I know. Look at her hair. So tell the chat
Wow.
how you did this.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
how
because
did you
she
get
has
it?
Extremely straight hair.
yeah,
by the
I
way.
have Asian straight hair. I can tie it in a knot and it'll bounce right out. I cannot do any, and like curling irons don't work on my hair. It's a whole process. So I found this video of this girl using 3 pairs of tights and she
I need my
zigzagged.
coffee.
Okay, get your coffee.
I need my coffee.
She zigzagged her part for volume and then she would take the tights and just like attach them and then wrap the hair around the tight until she got all the way down and do it in 3 different parts with hair mousse. So that's the only other thing that's in my hair is mousse. And then you sleep in it and then you take it out and
Look at this.
it
She looks
looks
like
so
Merida. I mean, this
Holy-
is incredible. You can check off hair talk from your bingo cards now, people.
yeah, because I started it
How-
off. You're welcome.
Is it like nice and bouncy?
Oh yeah.
Ah, nice.
It's ringlets, but they look really natural.
It's great.
really strange.
I love it. And I tried it yesterday or like the day before, like the night before, and I did it with scarves that were much shorter and it did not work. And I was like, oh
Mhm.
no, why is it like this? It looks so awful. And it was like really large rings in the back and like basically straight. And then yeah, I tried it again and I did good and I love it so much. I'm so happy.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
Do you have anywhere to go today, or we're just going to the Y, right?
Yeah, that's okay. I don't care.
We're
I
just
do my
going to
hair
work
just for
out.
me. I'm like,
That's true.
I'm so tired of my straight hair. Every once in a while, I'm like, I need something different.
Well, it's lovely.
Okay.
It looks
I'm out now.
amazing.
Thank you. Oh, wow. She's attacking me.
Oh no, my earbud is stuck in your hair and your
Yeah.
glorious curls.
Wait, there you go.
Okay,
Okay, let me out.
are you going? Which way are you going?
I'm going this way.
Oh, okay. Can you get through the curtain?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's behind curtain number 3?
Yes, we need the bingo cards. I'm sorry, chat.
I jinxed us.
Well,
I
how did
jinxed
that not
us.
work? Why did
I
that
don't
not
know.
work?
I heard it and I got the little thing. It's like it's sharing your visual and audio. And I'm
That's
like,
weird,
well, it's
'cause
sharing
we
the
couldn't hear it.
audio.
That was very
It's-
strange. I don't
It's
know why
because
that
it worked
happened.
right when we first came in today.
Right, because we're not having problems, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just had to have a problem.
Yeah.
I forgot to share
Rude.
this out on my YouTube. Dang it. Join us now. There we go. And I should probably
Ooh.
share it out on Twitter as well.
Oh yeah. Because we
Oh, my
finished what's
goodness.
his name, right?
We
Or
did.
we just
we
finished the
did. We
video?
just finished. No, I think whatever the last video was, we finished it. We went to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Which was, what was it? Court TV, Massachusetts v. Woodward. Yeah, so we're obsessed with hair in this family. Obviously, we have a hair thing. Everyone's involved.
That's better than having terrible hair. Oh,
True.
oh.
Yeah, I
don't
think
wanna
we
make-
have. Yeah, we moved on. We're on number 15. Woodward and Dr. Gerald Fagan. Remember, we were talking
Nice.
about. We were talking about the bad guy in Oliver Twist, whose name was also Fagan.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. Okay, I chat. I hear you with the bingo cards. I'm getting it. Oh
Yeah,
my God, they're so squirrely. They're so squirrely.
We have to have the what is it? The 17 minutes of obligatory bullshit first?
Yes, at least 17 minutes. We've already started with hair talk, so
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's see. Let's copy this. I'm gonna put it in the private chat for Flux to pin. Because we are only on Flux's channel today, folks. It is her day. I will not be able to do any day drinking today because, as you just heard, Veronica and I are going to the Y. We're going to work out after this.
Nice.
So
That's
I
always
can't be
fun.
drunk and working out, can I? That's probably not a good
I
idea.
mean, I've done it a couple times when I was in the service. I don't recommend.
Yeah, do not
Don't
recommend.
recommend. Yeah, no, we're going to talk to somebody to help with like budgeting and finance today
Oh,
and
fun.
like 401k and stuff.
And when I say fun, I mean not fun at all.
Yeah, not fun at all. No. So I can't technically day drink because this is the first time I have to meet this dude, and I probably shouldn't be drunk when I need to talk about like money
Yeah,
and
probably
future
not. So,
retirement
all right, good.
stuff.
So both of us have to be it's a dry Thursday today. It's not so much thirsty, but I do recommend coffee. I have a lot of
Mm,
coffee and I'll be drinking that throughout our time here together. All right. We put the I think
I
Flux, did
have
you put the
pinned.
bingo link?
Yep, I have
You
pinned it
pinned it.
in the chat.
All right. And then I need to get us our word of the day. Word of the day.
Ooh,
It's the spinny wheel.
last time it was brain slice. That was fun.
Wheel
Ooh,
spinner. Yeah,
I put my bingo
leave.
card.
Wheel of names. There it is. Okay. How do I share this? Share. Wheel of names. Okay. There we go. All right. We've got brain slicing, hippopotamus,
Ooh,
what if anything, MRI, shaking motion, subarachnoid, or arachnoid. Do we want to change or delete anything?
I feel like we need something that we need a Barryism. Like either Barry yelling, Barry in the
Barry
box.
yelling. How about Barry? Yes. Let's do Barry squall out. Let's do a Barry squall out.
Ooh, yes. A
All right.
squall out.
All right, ready? Here we go.
What is it gonna be?
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ah, it's hippopotamus again. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're getting
I really want an accidental hippopotamus. So bad. It can happen.
All right. Well, if it happens, we know our secret word of the day. Remember, if we hit the secret word of the day, everybody screams, ah!
Do you have the link for the videos?
Yes, I do. Let me give you that. And we are on video 15. I'll put it in the private chat for you.
I really hope that they have closed
There you go.
captions.
Some of them do and some of them don't. It's you can never tell.
Can never tell. All right, so we were on part 15.
Video number 15, Gerald Fagan.
Oh, this guy looks fun.
We are not even
boo,
halfway
no
through this.
closed
How are we not
captions.
even halfway through this trial? My God, we are still.
When did we start this?
I don't know, a while ago.
I
I'm
feel like
sad
we
to
started
say,
in,
by
like,
the way,
August.
I'm sad to say that Barry has not responded to my email.
Aw,
Barry is not
sad.
amused. He's not amused by my, I guess he's not amused by the video I made of his best moments. Or he hasn't even read it because
I thought it was good.
Well, yeah, I did too.
Uh-oh, now I can hear myself.
Echo.
Oh no.
Echo. I should stop saying echo because that's just annoying.
It's gotta be I'm gonna get one of the tabs right. Because the way, if I share, okay, here we go. Let's just do share audio tab only. Why did it put 2 of these up now? I'm gonna close both of them.
I don't know. I don't have a clue. You're asking the wrong person. We need Brad to answer questions. I know streaming is so fun. It feels like this is a Streamlabs problem. Like every time we are using Streamlabs, nothing works, which is why I've just decided to bite the bullet and pay StreamYard because it's a lot of money, but I don't have this much problem with it. And I tried Streamlabs and I couldn't get it to work right for me. And I was like, oh, forget this.
Yeah, the talk studio is good for people. Um, but I like with the Streamlabs desktop, I feel like you have more customization, but this is just easier. This is just, even though it's not.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into look at this man's tie.
I love it.
We'll
I love
start
it.
with that
My name is Gerald Allen Fagan. I was born May 11th,
Oh, Fagan.
1955.
Well, I like his tie. It looks like a paint pour.
Dr. Fagan, could you please describe the area field of your board certification?
I'm board certified in anatomic, clinical, and forensic
Oh, no.
pathology.
We can
Ladies and
fast
gentlemen,
forward through his
Dr.
qualifications,
Fagan has
can't
been,
we?
Agreed by both sides to be an expert in the
Oh,
field
good.
of
We are
forensic
going to. Listen to
pathology.
this.
He will tell us what forensic
Yay.
pathology means, but he will give an opinion, and again, I remind you about your job with respect to expert opinion.
Doctor, how many autopsies have you performed?
Around 4,000.
Your Honor, may I have leave to fix the microphone on Dr. Fagan's hotel? Thank you.
I have a bit of a cold, Your Honor.
You may always have leave to fix the microphone in court. Yes. For fuck's sake. Oh, make sure you check off hair talk on your bingo card. I don't have it on mine. Damn it. Oh, but sound problems. Sound problems are on my card. I'm checking that off.
All right, Dr. Fagan has, as they say, been wired.
Doctor, how many autopsies have you performed?
Damn, I don't
Approximately
have any of it.
4,000.
And of those autopsies,
Are there subtitles?
No, not with this one, unfortunately.
Doctor is ready.
It's rude.
No. It's ambient noise.
Doctor, of those autopsies that you've performed, approximately how many have been performed on infants?
300 to 400.
Sir, could you describe what an autopsy is in general for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
An autopsy is an
why?
examination of a deceased body where do an external examination, which is looking at the skin for presence or absence of injuries and other normal and abnormal findings. Then I would do an internal examination where I look at all of the organs from the brain down through the pelvis, sometimes special things like examining the skeleton, and then try to determine trauma or lack of trauma, disease, lack of disease, then come up with a cause of death.
Seat flip extremely comfortable.
Sir, did you have occasion to perform an autopsy on February 10th of 1997, approximately 10:30 a.m.?
Yes, I did.
Who's the subject of that autopsy?
Matthew Eapen.
And did you do an external examination as part of that autopsy?
Yes, I did.
Yells in
And
Boston.
What findings did you make during the external examination with regard to height, weight, and head circumference?
He weighed 22 pounds. He was 28 and a half inches tall, and his head circumference was 19 and 1/2 inches.
And observations with regard to his hair?
The hair was black or very dark brown and 1 to 2 inches long and straight and fine. The left side of the, that was present on the left, the right side had been shaved.
I have no objection to him reading as long as it's clear on the record that he's reading from.
Yeah, if you would just tell us, Doctor, with some phrase like, I'm reading from my report or referring to my report or something of that sort.
Well, throughout my testimony, I will be referring to my autopsy report.
Your Honor, may we have the autopsy then report marked as an exhibit, please?
I think we're marked for identification at the moment.
Thank you.
So this guy is
We're at
forensics?
I for identification.
Does he work for the cops?
He's the autopsy dude.
The autopsy
He did the
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so he works for the county
medical
or...
examiner.
All right.
Me or something. I couldn't like he would examine the deceased.
I can't hear you very well. The court's way louder than you. You need to turn yourself up a little.
How's this? Better? Any better?
Yeah, we're getting there.
How about now? Better?
Eh,
Should I turn the court down?
yeah, maybe. The court's really loud.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little better. There's like that background noise that is just awful. That-
Yeah.
Like a fan in the room or something?
It's the old tech.
Procedures.
Yes, I did.
And could you just indicate what those looked like?
Well, there was a large craniotomy that measured approximately 9.5 inches in length.
And as you continue with your external examination, could you indicate what, if any, findings you made concerning
What, if any?
external evidence of
Is that on the bingo card?
I hope so.
I don't know if it's not on mine, but it might be on somebody's.
Damn. That would have been fun if it was the word of the day.
Just that the
Yeah, it
scalp
would.
had a procedure done which caused this a lot of swelling in that area, and there was swelling around the eyes called edema, which is clear fluid that should normally be in the cells or in blood vessels, isn't, and is free, so it makes them look puffy. So that was seen around the eyes and the scalp. The back of the head was slightly flattened. And as I mentioned, there was the large area which was C-shaped, and it's called a craniotomy. It's a hospital incision, and that was present on the right. There was also a 1/8 inch superficial scrape by the right nostril on the nose. And that was it for external evidence of trauma.
Fair to say that those findings were consistent with the surgery that was performed on Matthew Eapen on February 4th, Doctor?
Yes.
And if I may approach the witness, please. Doctor, showing you what's been marked Exhibit 22. Do you recognize what's depicted in that photograph?
Yes, I do.
And what does that photograph depict, sir?
It's a photograph of Matthew Eapen's head showing the craniotomy that I just described, and it's a fair and accurate representation of that craniotomy at the time I did the autopsy.
And that's an external view.
Yes, it is.
Showing you what's been marked Exhibit 23. I ask if you recognize what's depicted in that photograph, sir.
Yes.
And what's depicted in that photograph?
It's a picture of Matthew Eapen's head at the time I did the autopsy, showing the back of the head externally, and showing the back of the craniotomy, and it too is a fair and accurate representation of Matthew Eapen at the time I did the autopsy.
Thank you, Dr. Fagan. Now, Doctor, subsequent to conducting the external portion of the autopsy, did you then do an internal examination?
Yes.
And did you do an internal examination of the stomach area of Matthew Eapen?
The abdominal area?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
And what did you find within the stomach?
Well, in the abdomen itself, the stomach was normal. There was a small amount of food present in the stomach, or I shouldn't say food. It contained 3 cc's, which is about a teaspoon of a greenish-brown liquid. That was what was in the stomach.
Now, with regard to other organs, the heart, any abnormality found within the heart area?
Well, the heart was examined by a cardiac pathologist after valves were removed for transplant, and there were no abnormalities found in the heart, either grossly, meaning with the naked eye, or microscopically.
Now, with regard to the neck area, or an internal examination of the neck area, your findings in that area, Dr. Fagan?
There were 3 areas of hemorrhage in the neck, and I have to find my report. One of them looked like it was related to intubation, where they put the tube into Matthew's mouth to get an airway for ventilation. Another one, which measured 1/2
So they
of an
injured
inch,
his neck.
was near one of the blood vessels, or where all
Okay.
the major blood vessels in the neck are together, and that may be related to a venipuncture. The
Can you
third
describe
one,
what a venal puncture is?
a needle stick, where a hypodermic needle sticks the skin. That's a venipuncture. It punctures a vein. And then there was the a 1/4 inch hemorrhage present in the muscle. That's called the left sternothyroid muscle. And the sternothyroid muscle is a muscle that goes from the sternum or the breastbone up to the thyroid cartilage or the Adam's apple. And the small area of hemorrhage, and what hemorrhage means is blood free in the tissues instead of being in blood vessels, was near the end of it, closest to the breastbone or the sternum.
Now, with regard to the torso of Matthew Eapen, did you make any observations during your internal examination with regard to the torso and specifically the psoas muscle?
Yes.
And if you could describe what a psoas muscle is, where it is located, and what observations you made in that area.
The psoas muscle, there's two of them, one on the left, one on the right. They run next to the spine. They're large muscles, approximately, in an adult, 2 inches across, in a child, about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch in diameter, about the size of a quarter in diameter. And they run from the lower spine in the stomach region, abdominal region, down into the pelvis. And within that region, there was a 3/8 inch hemorrhage surrounding a large group of nerves. And that group of nerves is called the lumbosacral trunk. It's just where the muscle is penetrated by the nerve, and there was a hemorrhage there measuring 3/8 of an inch.
And with regard to the extremities, arms and legs of Matthew Eapen, specifically the right distal radius, did you find any internal examination findings in that area?
Yes.
And what did you find with regard to the right distal radius of Matthew Eapen?
There was a fracture of the right distal radius, which is the end of the long bone of the forearm. There's one that goes by the thumb, that's the radius. The smaller one that goes by the little finger is the ulna. The end of it had a non-displaced, meaning it was next, right where it should be, fracture that had a callus formation. The body was attempting to heal it.
Now, I'd like to direct your attention to the head and scalp area.
He has kind of a nice
Matthew
face.
Eapen, specifically in
Do you
the
wonder
right
what kind of a
occipital
person
area.
becomes
Did
a
you make any
medical
findings
examiner?
during your internal examination concerning the
Yeah.
right occipital area of Matthew Eapen's
But he
head?
looks like a nice
Yes, I
guy.
did.
What findings did you make in that area, Dr. Fagan?
There was a 3-inch contusion in
It's the beard, isn't it?
scalp
Probably.
adjacent to the
I
skull.
am partial to
External
beards.
to that, outside of a very thin but fibrous membrane.
I also
there
like
was
that
a 1-inch
he doesn't have a
bruise,
tuft of hair on the bald
and
spot.
below that there was a 2.5-inch
It's a
skull
little.
fracture.
It's a little.
that
Oh,
was
if you go
present on
towards
right-
the back,
right in the back
it's
of
a
the head
little
where I'm pointing
thin.
here,
Yeah.
the back of my head on the
Yeah.
right. Then it went across to the left 2.5
Yeah, you're right.
inches as it went slightly upwards or towards the top of the head.
Your Honor, may I publish Exhibit 23 on the telestrator?
Yes.
It is a cool tie, though. I really like it.
It looks like,
Showing you what you've...
I don't know. It looks like that
Exhibit 23,
swirly chocolate
Dr.
that they
Fagan.
make.
And I'd ask
Oh,
you,
yeah.
with the court's permission,
Fudge.
if you could please step to
Yeah.
the monitor and indicate on the monitor where in that photograph of the rear of Matthew Eapen's head the right occipital skull fracture was
Oh.
located.
Might have to take the microphone off first.
No, sir, you can't take the microphone off. That's not allowed.
it with
Contempt! Contempt! We're not going to be able to hear a damn word.
Pointer here, and I've got to do it with that better.
Oh, Lord.
This is
Sir.
the right occiput here in the back of Matthew Eapen's head.
Occiput.
The fracture originated approximately here, then went towards the left, up at a slight angle as I'm demonstrating.
This is where I'm grateful for the old tech,
2.5-inch fracture that originated on the right.
where I'm like, you know, you can't tell what you're looking at. It's fine. Trigger warning and all that.
Yeah, we don't really need a trigger warning because it looks like absolutely nothing. Is that a
It's a
moon
sandwich.
phase? Looks like a moon phase.
sandwich.
Sandwich.
The otomy was performed and where the skull fracture was located.
There was an area that showed no injury. So you had an injury related to the craniotomy, which was purple and bruised. Then there was an area that showed no injury. It was pristine white. Then there was an area by the skull fracture, which again showed the bruising.
Your Honor, I have an evidentiary offer, which I believe counsel has an objection to. Could we be seen sidebar?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sidebar
Sidebar.
and an
Yes.
objection.
And an objection.
We don't. I'll return that exhibit to Exhibit 2.
Let's go with the one that just was returned. Mr. Nanny, what number is that?
That I just returned?
Sorry.
No, the one I just returned is Exhibit 23. But I just returned Exhibit 2.
All right.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness, please?
You may. Doctor, listen very carefully, as I know you will, to the question and answer only what's asked.
Now, Doctor, I show you a photograph and ask that you view it in this manner, out of the eyes of the jury. I'd ask you, sir,
Yeah, I think we can check off
you,
old tech. That
Yep.
TV was helpful.
I ask him first if he recognizes what it is. Answer yes or no.
do you recognize what's depicted in the photograph?
Yes.
And is what's depicted in the photograph different in any way from how what is depicted in the
Look at
photograph
this
appeared to you at the
photograph.
time of autopsy?
Oh.
We
It's a
don't
fair
know
and
if the
accurate
judge
depiction of the
sustained
way
that
what's
or
depicted in the
overruled it, do
photograph
we?
looked
Yeah.
at the time of autopsy.
No, I
Yes.
couldn't hear. I couldn't tell.
I don't think it
Okay, so
matters.
that has the photograph be
We'll get
admitted
another
to-
one.
Don't worry, we have lots and lots of options here on today's bingo. Oh, we can check off Kid Raid. There was a Kid Raid at the beginning of the program.
Oh yeah,
Photograph
very
can
start.
be introduced into evidence. There's no objection.
She insisted on showing her new hair to the chat.
Oh damn, I don't have Kid Raid.
I do. Shoulder pads. I'm checking off shoulder pads. Barry's shoulder pads are huge.
And Dorothy Hamill haircut.
Yes. Oh my god, I just need Bob for bingo. Bob! There's Bob! Bingo!
Nice.
Doctor, I ask you, what's been marked
That was a
Exhibit
good bingo
49.
today. 30-minute bingo.
What
Yeah.
does that photograph depict, sir?
It's a photo of from the
What am I
inside going
missing?
outwards of Matthew
I
Eaton.
still need a
going for-
lot.
I'm going for double
showing
bingo
the skull
now.
fracture, which the right side in this photo is on the left, and then the left side is on the right. And it shows the fracture. It shows very sharp angles to it, no rounding or smoothing of them whatsoever.
When you say the left of the photograph is the right side and the right side of the photograph is the left side of the fracture, could you just indicate for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury why that is?
It would be as if you're looking straight down, from the top down. To use me as an example, if I was lying flat on my back and you were standing above me looking down at the back of my head, you would see the right side on your left. So you're seeing the same thing here.
Thank you, Doctor. Your Honor, may I publish this exhibit to the jury on the telestrator?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, Fagan left. Oh, she'll come back.
Now, Doctor, if you could please look to the monitor to your right. In the area here which I am referring to. What is that area?
That's the fracture of Matthew Eaton's head.
And sir, this area. What is this area here?
That's the left side of Matthew Eaton's skull, showing one of the suture lines and an area where I saw it.
And would that be the lambdoid suture?
The lambdoid suture is present over here, below this line here.
It is below the white.
Below the white dot you were pointing at. That's a lambdoid suture.
Right here.
Yes, it's sort of a granular looking area.
Now this area. What is depicted in this area?
That's the occipital bone.
Just in time for more brain pictures. Oh no. I can't hear you in your little...
In that area of Exhibit 49 in the area of the right occipital fracture. Did you make any observations of any swelling in that area, Dr. Fagan?
There was slight swelling due to the bruise that I previously had mentioned.
Now, may I approach the witness?
Yeah.
Dr. Fagan, I'm showing you a photograph and ask you if you recognize what's depicted in that photograph.
Hello, are you back? Cannot hear you. Is it on my end? Can you hear me? Oh no, chat. It looks like things have gone awry. Nope. Oh, I heard you for a second. I don't know if it's your mic connection. I heard you for a second. It was real. Oh. I'm not sure what's going on. We love the new tech as well as the old tech. It almost sounds like you're underwater and you're getting like the first syllable. Was that me or you booping? Am I think I'm still okay. Let's see. Oh, she left again. Megan is having some internet issues. Because like I know that I think it's actually a good portion of the East Coast right now. We're getting a lot of good storms. I'm actually honestly surprised. I'm not jinxing it. Never mind. Not jinxing it. But we have been getting hit since yesterday with some pretty big bad storms. Yesterday I had a really bad migraine and I thought I was dehydrated. I'm like, "Oh, I'm just dehydrated. I need to drink water." And Mrs. Flex was like, "No, we're going to be getting some pretty big storms. It's probably and I'm like, "Damn it." But we got the storm, so I don't have the migraine today. However, we had some pretty big thunders yesterday and today. So we're still, like, for me, that's why I keep kind of looking out, because the wind is getting spicy, y'all. The wind has gotten spicy a few times, and I'm like, boo. No, it's the internet today. It's nobody's boomer. The internet is boomering. The weather is literally boomering. Literal. Ooh.
Okay, I should be back now, but I still can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
For fuck's sake.
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh my god.
I can hear you. I think chat can hear you too. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Is it the audio thing? I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, I could hear you. Can you hear me?
Finally. Oh my god.
Yay! What?
Sorry,
Wow.
I had a brownout where the lights go off and then come back on.
Yeah.
Which is bad news because that means the blackout is right behind it. So I don't know how much time I have left before the power goes out. There's not even a storm here. So they're probably screwing around again with something, scheduled maintenance.
We've had pretty bad storms here yesterday and today. I thought it was going up towards you guys too. Or down. No, up.
Well, we've had rain for 2 days. Rain for 2 days, but it seems fine today. Oh my god, that just reminds me. Hold on, I'll be back. I gotta go do something real quick.
Yeah, no worries. Also, my friends, I did not know that's what a brownout was. I thought a brownout was something different. Anyways, I have had a lot of brownouts. I didn't know that was an actual thing because I'm like, yeah, my lights do that all the time where it's like it goes off for like 10 to 30 seconds and then they come back, but it's just enough to knock out everything. And it's like, motherfucker, why? See, yeah, that's it can be both, right? Because again, I did not realize that's what brownout meant. What's up, MG? Yeah. Yeah, the weather, at least here. The weather here is boomerang.
Okay. Yeah, it's not even raining today, so I don't know what the deal is, but there's
Oh,
no
wow.
storm or anything, but yeah, that was unpleasant. Sorry about that, folks. And then I had to reset everything. So,
No worries. I didn't know that was what a brownout was because we get those a lot where it's like the power just goes out for like just enough time to get everything
right. That's called a
and then comes
brownout.
right back.
That's a brownout. And around
Mm.
here, that only signals one thing, that a massive blackout is coming. That I don't think I've had it happen here one time without a blackout to follow
Ooh.
for hours. Let me make sure my phone's charged. Yes.
Oh
I
yeah,
have
that's a good idea.
I have 99% on my phone, so we're good.
Nice. But yeah, no, that's never a good thing. It's never a fun thing.
No, tis not. Tis not.
Code Brown.
Code Brown.
I think that is something else. All right, we were just about to look at this photograph.
Yes, I do.
And what's depicted in that photograph, sir?
It's the back of Matthew Eapen's head at the time I did the autopsy.
Oh.
It's a fair and accurate representation showing that area of bruising that
Oh,
I
I've lost
described.
my bingo
And it
card.
shows a cut that I made
Oh,
into it
no.
to demonstrate the hemorrhage or the bleeding on
It was such a good
the
card,
deep side
too.
and the shallow side.
You already had bingo.
of the
You were
scalp.
already winning.
That's true. Oh, wait, no, I found it.
This is
Okay,
exhibit
yeah.
A.
Oh, nice.
Exhibit 50, surrender.
Yes, Sean. I publish this briefly to the jury just so Dr. Fagan can indicate the area of hemorrhage. Thank you. Mr. Marks, could you dim the lights, please? Your Honor's approval.
It's a very nostalgic hum. I'll give it that.
Doctor, this area here, what is depicted in this area here of the photograph?
That shows what we call a subgaleal hemorrhage, or hemorrhage on the inside of a fibrous membrane, which is thick and doesn't allow blood to go through, called the galea aponeurotica.
And
What?
where is that located in relation to the
Galea
area
No,
where you located the
Veronica?
right occipital
Okay.
fracture to Matthew Eapen's head?
The same location. It corresponds directly to that fracture.
Thank you, Mr. Marks.
Now
Returning
you've got
exhibit
that
50
song
to
in
the
my
exhibit
head.
table.
You're welcome.
Duck block. Not going to be able to get that out of my head for the rest of the day.
Now, with
Oh,
regard to
There
that
were
area
songs.
of Matthew Eapen's skull where you observed the 2.5-inch skull fracture to the right occipital, had the skull begin to heal in that area based on your observations?
No.
Did you make any observation of that area with regard to the beginning of healing?
I made an observation that there was no real beginning to the healing.
And given the appearance and area of the 2.5-inch skull fracture to Matthew Eapen's skull, based on the relevant literature in that area, your training and experience in the area of forensic pathology, Doctor, do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty whether it is unusual not to see external trauma in the head area where you located that fracture to Matthew?
It's not unusual at all.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Oh, this is going to be the theme today.
And can you indicate
Yeah, there are worse songs like "What's New,
factors
Pussycat?" Whoa, whoa, whoa!
drawing that opinion, sir?
Or Delilah, that's a
Aside
good
from
one.
Personally seeing this in innumerable
that one?
cases,
Where
I
he's
used
why,
a book by Dr. Jan Reese, forensic
Delilah?
neuropathology.
Where
and
he
gives
ends
some
up
excellent
stabbing her
reasons.
and then
One,
running away.
When a head
No,
hits
I
a
don't
very
think I know
flat
that one.
surface, you're not likely to see anything
She cheats on
externally
him
in
and
the
he
child.
stabs her.
Two,
and then leaves.
children's
Oh,
skin below
pause
the
for a
skin has
second.
more fat
I
than an adult
watched
does, and
the
it can
best
mask
movie over
and
the weekend.
Ooh.
And what was it called? It's a movie about hold on, let me see if I can Google it. It's about a Neil Diamond impersonator
Ooh, is it the one with
Goldie Hawn's kid.
yes.
Yes. It's called Song Sung
Kate
Blue.
Hudson.
Yes, Kate Hudson.
Ma-
It's called Song Sung Blue. It is so good. And I didn't know the story of this band, so I didn't know what was coming. And I will tell you, I was just like blown away. It was so dramatic and so awful and so good and so sweet. You've got to see
Mrs.
it.
Flux, she actually just showed me the trailer. I want to say like a week or two ago, and she's like, "I want to watch this movie."
It's on
was like,
Amazon
"Okay."
Prime right now, and it is so good. It is so, so good, you guys. Watch it. It's if you love Neil Diamond, and I mean, who doesn't? You'll enjoy it. But also, like, just this story of this little struggling band, this little cover band. Oh, it's great. It's so, so good. And what's his name is in it too.
Yeah, not
Wolverine. You know, what's his name?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Yes. I love Hugh Jackman. He is a phenomenal singer. He's amazing. It's funny that he can be he's literally the greatest actor because he can go from Wolverine to like the Greatest Showman, and it's like two completely separate different people. Love it.
Yeah, MG, we're not drinking because we have things to do. We have places to go.
Yeah. I mean, again, it would have to for me, it would have to be an extremely high incentive.
There is no incentive for me because I have to go to the Y and work out. So
Thankfully
that's
for me,
it's not happening.
I am passenger princess. I never drive anywhere. So I'm gonna make Mrs. Flux drive. But that movie is on the list. I do want to watch it because it looked really good. And I love a good music movie.
It's excellent. Watch it.
Will do.
The external findings. And three, the brain, the skull in young children and infants is more pliable. It can bend, whereas in an adult it's rigid. So that can also absorb the shock more in the skin, which show less trauma to it. So for those three reasons, and plus personal experience, injury is not often seen, especially in that area. And lastly, there's a lot of hair in that area, which covered it over.
Now, with regard to the brain, during the course of your internal examination, Dr. Fagan, what observations you made of the brain?
The brain was, well, we weighed it. Pardon my cold. I believe it weighed 1,000 grams. And it was extremely edematous, meaning very soft, falling apart. Parts of it were liquefied. Additionally, there was about 2 to 3 cc's, which is roughly half a teaspoon of partially clotted blood present on one side of the brain. After it was removed, it slipped over due to gravity. It wasn't adherent to anything. There was what we call subarachnoid hemorrhage, which is bleeding around one of the membranes of the brain. One of the membranes is called the arachnoid membrane. It's transparent. It's closely adherent to the brain. And blood below that, free blood, is called subarachnoid hemorrhage or subarachnoid blood. And that was present over the cerebral hemispheres or the sides of the brain. In the region of the craniotomy where the hospital incision had been done, when the subdural was removed, that area was extremely soft and falling apart. And that was it on most of the gross examination
Oh.
that I could do before the brain was really cut.
Now, doctor, whether or not any of your observations of the brain were due to the fact that Matthew had been breathing by way of respirator for approximately 5 days.
Well, we call that respirator brain or respirator autolysis. There's no blood flow through the brain. So while the child was on a respirator, the brain was more or less decomposing while the heart was beating and the lungs were breathing. So it gets swollen, you get some hemorrhage on the outside surfaces of it, and it gets extremely soft,
Hey,
and that's
that's-
called respirator brain,
that's not
respirator
good.
autolysis of the brain,
No,
which means
not
it's
at
breaking
all.
down, falling apart, getting mushy, losing its detail.
Thank you, Dr. Fagan. Dr. Fagan, during the course of your autopsy on February 10th, did you look for pre-existing injuries or disease to Matthew Eapen?
Yes, I did.
And based upon your observations of Matthew at your February 10th autopsy, your review of the literature, your training and experience in the area of forensic pathology, sir, whether or not there was any old bleeds present in Matthew's skull and brain area?
I observed none, either grossly or microscopically. Grossly means with the unaided eye. Microscopically is using the microscope to examine more closely. And I observed no evidence whatsoever of anything other than very recent trauma.
Doctor, based upon your observations of Matthew at the February 10th autopsy, your review of Matthew's records, your review of the relevant literature, your training and experience in the area of forensic pathology, do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, sir, concerning the manner of infliction of injuries to Matthew's skull and brain?
The head had to be
Do you have?
Yes, I do.
And what is your opinion, Dr. Fagan?
That his head was forcibly struck against a fixed object or a firm object, or a fixed firm object struck the head.
Now, when rating trauma in the area of amount and degree of force, do you yourself use a scale, if you will, concerning degree of force and trauma?
I do, and I use it differently depending upon the type of trauma.
With regard to your opinion, to a reasonable degree of medical certainty, what the amount and degree of force was that was required to cause the injuries to Matthew's skull and brain, do you have an opinion in that area, sir?
Yes, I do.
And could you indicate your opinion concerning the amount and degree of force necessary to have caused Matthew's injuries?
For this type of case, moderate to severe trauma.
Sir, again, based upon your observations of Matthew at autopsy, the other relevant factors that I've previously outlined for you, do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty how Matthew Eapen would have appeared after the infliction of the trauma which caused the skull fracture to Matthew Eapen?
I have an opinion
What is your opinion, Dr. Fagan?
that his behavior would have been made immediately very abnormal, probably loss of consciousness, if not somnolence, meaning sleepy and couldn't focus immediately, that there wouldn't be any time delay or anything else with infliction of trauma this severe.
Now, Doctor, given Matthew's injuries that you observed to be present upon his autopsy at February 10th, your review of the records, I have some questions, sir, concerning your opinion as to potential causes of those injuries that you observed, the manner of infliction, and degree of force necessary to cause those injuries that you observed at autopsy, Dr. Fagan. Again, based on your observations of Matthew Eapen at autopsy, the other relevant areas that I've indicated to you. Sir, do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty whether a gentle shaking at approximately 2:45 p.m. on February 4th to arouse or revive Matthew because he appeared sick and unresponsive would have caused Matthew's brain and skull injuries that you observed to be present upon his autopsy?
I have an opinion
What is your opinion, Doctor?
that that could not have caused those injuries.
Similarly, whether Matthew being tossed onto a bed on February 4th would have caused the brain and skull injuries that you observed to be present at autopsy.
I have an opinion.
What is your opinion, sir?
That, too, would not have caused those injuries.
Okay, real quick. So far, what we've learned from this is that what Louise said that she did could not have caused the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't heard anything about what could have caused the injuries, and it's driving me insane because it's like she's saying she did this stuff.
Well, they're basically saying he couldn't. She's lying, is what they're saying. She's lying about what she did. That's what she's saying. They're saying.
I know, but it's like it's so crazy because it's like, okay, you're saying that she's lying about that, but you're not saying
How it happened, because they don't know
how it happened.
They
to
don't know
prove
how it
that she
happened.
lied. Yeah.
They don't know.
Oh.
They don't know how it happened, and they put a young woman's life on the line over not knowing how an injury happened. That's what's so infuriating about this whole thing, is that
And
the
it's like,
state has no clue how it happened.
and I was just sitting here and I'm like, I do kind of want to hear from her because I want to know how often was she at the house
She does
24/7?
take the she does take the stand.
See, and that I'm like, oh, but I mean,
But Swan Lake lady said if his head was struck on something hard, wouldn't there have been a bruise or a laceration? Yes.
well,
And
see,
they
and that's
tried. These doctors tried to tell us that it's classic that there wouldn't be a mark.
yeah, he
What?
literally just said, "Oh no, there wouldn't be a mark." Really, with that much force?
Yeah, it doesn't
We're
make sense.
right back to the John O'Keefe situation where you get struck by
Right.
a vehicle and you have no
No
bruises.
bruises. Yep. Yep. We're
What is
right
it
back
with
to John O'Keefe.
Massachusetts?
I don't know, but they have. I guess there's like a
They-
different set of physics
I-
there.
I
Physics
guess you
work
don't get
differently there.
bruised.
You don't get bruised
Yeah.
in Massachusetts when you get a fatal injury. It's weird. It's weird how that happens there.
This is so bizarre, and like, I want to
Yes,
know
MG,
the time.
correct. This is reasonable doubt 101. And it's incredible to me how they even went forward with this without having a clear, reason for how this happened or an explanation for how and why they had nothing.
It's
Nothing.
like they think that showing all the ways it couldn't happen is proof that it did
happen in other way that was
in
definitely
a different
abusive.
way. Like this, I don't
don't
understand
know.
this backwards. How is this state so repetitive at saying that a lack of evidence is evidence?
I don't know, but it does seem to be a Massachusetts thing. Like they're so confident in their not knowing that
But it's like,
yeah, you did it. We don't know how it was done, so we definitely think you did it. Like what?
right?
What? Excuse me?
Yeah. And like I want to know how they ruled out the parents. Like that's what's driving me the most insane.
And also because we haven't gotten there yet. I'm sure we will. But
yeah.
I can't wait till Barry brings up the fact that the parents were both connected to the hospital because they're both doctors. So what are the chances that the doctors who are their friends and colleagues in this hospital are going to point the finger at them?
Mm-hmm. Well, and not only that, how did the parents get away from that? And I'm not going to say it because I did read one article about this. I won't do a spoiler, but it's like, even with this one piece of evidence, I'm like, how did they come to this conclusion that it was her? We got to keep watching because I don't understand.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of, I don't understand, really quick, did you hear about that story out of, I think it's Florida or Georgia, where the teacher accidentally got run over by a student who was TPing?
Yes. So
charging
here
the
we have,
kid
they're
with
charging the kids where the family of the
first-degree
teacher
vehicular
says,
homicide.
I know, and the family says, no, he would never have wanted this. He slipped. It was an accident. He was playing with them. He was excited
knew they
that they were
were
coming. It was a prank. They loved him. This was a terrible tragedy. Yet, so the state is still going, and of course it's Georgia, right? Of course it is, because Georgia does this. So they go after kids like that. But we
You know
can't
they
get
charge-
we can't get the packs of feral kids who are beating people in the street charged with anything. Like we can't
Seriously.
they get let go. But these kids who have a literal explanation and it was a tragic accident and even the family is saying no, they're still going to they're still going to do it. Unreal.
You know they even charged the other kids with trespass and littering and like vandalization for fucking TPing his house.
See, this
I'm
is
like,
why
that
we
was a
can't
rite
have
of
nice
passage
things.
for right?
This is why we
Like,
can't
the
have nice things.
fact-
And we should be grateful and happy that these kids had such a relationship with their teacher that they felt comfortable doing this and that he was all excited about it. And like I've had teachers like that before, and that's great. It's cool. It's great to have a teacher who like
It's
will play with the kids and like get into their games and
right.
it's
And
wrong.
like encourage. I was so like at first I was like, a prank gone wrong. What do you mean? I'm like, oh, kids are TPing again. This is awesome.
That is
Like,
great. They're not on their phones talking to no
They're-
one in a dark room. Wow.
Right? Like, come on. I can't even count how many times I went TPing as a kid. Like, that's just what you did.
And I feel so bad for them. I feel so bad
I
that that
mean,
happened. What
they
a
didn't-
terrible thing.
They didn't run away. They immediately stopped. Called
They tried
911.
to
help.
administer aid. They did everything they were supposed to do. It was an accident.
I have no idea how they can try and charge this kid. Like,
I do
I mean-
because the government is evil and the government is malicious. And if any chance they have to oppress the citizens, they will do it. Period.
it's they,
It's an
they're,
abuse
like,
of authority is what it is. And I'm telling you, the
Yeah.
prosecutors in Georgia, they have a real power complex. I'd like to know which prosecutor it is actually, because if it ends up being one of the ones that went after the Tims and are going after another family there, even though it's been proven that those kids had an underlying medical condition, I'm going to have a real problem with that. I'm sure that it's probably the same office. How much you want to bet?
I guarantee. I mean, it's yeah, guarantee it. It's absolutely shocking. And this is why I'm gonna be a criminal defense attorney, because fuck the government, man.
Yeah,
Fuck them
the
and their stupid
government.
bullshit.
They suck. They will destroy
Yeah.
your life if they can, and they will let guilty people go if they can. That's
I
the
mean-
other thing. Like, they don't prosecute the ones who really need to be prosecuted. They're letting people out on the street who have a laundry list of crimes, of violent crimes that they've committed against people, and they're letting them go. They're letting them free to go and kill women on the subway, which has happened multiple times now with these people with these, as long
Yep.
rap sheets as long as their arm. But these kids, they're going to prosecute them. They're going to throw the book at them. This is an outrageous offense against humanity. And I'm sorry, but I've reached it. I've reached when these offenses can no longer be tolerated, I'm there. That's where I'm at. Where the usurpations can no longer be tolerated.
I cannot deal with this anymore. I am facing geometry to fight this bullshit.
It's awful.
My God.
It's awful. These people need a serious wake-up call.
Yeah.
Sir, at autopsy, given the physical state of the brain and skull you observed to be present in Matthew Apin, was it unusual for the brain to appear as it did to you at that time?
No.
Sir, what, if any, connection is there between the brain as it relates to one's ability to breathe?
A portion of the brain called the medulla oblongata is responsible for breathing.
I can't
The
believe we
medulla
didn't have the
oblongata
medulla
isn't working
oblongata
right,
on
then the person
the
can't
wheel
breathe.
of names.
That would
Damn
have been
it.
such a good one. There's like we should just go through a medical dictionary of all like the head and brain fun words, and we'll put those on the list.
Uh-huh.
Damn. Medulla, I always think of Waterboy.
Oblongata. Yep.
Unassisted.
It's a fun one to say.
Sir, based upon your observations of Matthew Apin at autopsy, your training and experience in the field of forensic pathology, your knowledge of the relevant literature in the area, do you have an opinion to a reasonable degree of medical certainty regarding the cause of death of Matthew Apin?
Yes, I do.
What is your opinion, sir?
He died due to blunt head trauma.
Similarly, do you have an opinion regarding the mechanism of death, how he died?
Yes,
What is that opinion, Doctor?
that the mechanism is that the blunt trauma to the head caused a subdural hematoma, a large one, which is blood around the membranes of the brain and surrounding the brain.
What was the blunt
And
trauma?
when that was removed,
And how
to
do you have blunt
preserve
trauma
Matthew's
without
life,
a bruise
there
or
was
a
resultant
laceration?
Rebound, edema,
I have
and
watched
swelling
enough
of the brain
episodes of
called
NCIS to know
hydrostatic.
that you get a trauma when you get blunt trauma. That's why it's
Yeah.
called blunt trauma. Where's the trauma? Are you telling me that you can whack somebody over the head with a heavy object causing blunt force trauma, but there will be no laceration, no swelling? No, sir. You cannot drop someone on the floor and traumatize their head with no mark.
I'm calling bullshit. You can now check bullshit off the bingo card because this is bullshit.
Yes. And also, what a bitch. Can we just do that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, what a
Feeling
bitch.
what a bitch.
I don't like any type of trauma, even if it's small, you 9 times out of 10 you get a mark or a bruise because you're what is happening? Are they saying that she put a sock or a lock in a sock and like beat him that way so it didn't leave a mark?
I don't think
Like,
that that would still leave a mark.
That would still leave a mark, but like
I can't think of any blunt force head trauma that doesn't leave any swelling, bruising, or lacerations. Like, that just doesn't comport with science, ma'am. Like, what are we doing?
in any situation where there is blunt trauma, severe blunt trauma, there will be outward signs of it.
You would think
I don't
so.
give a shit how much school you have. I have
Let's ask
life
Grok.
experience.
Let's ask Grok what Grok thinks.
Yeah.
Can you think of a scenario where someone suffers blunt force trauma, severe, to the head,
If
and
it
there
says
will
John
be
O'Keefe,
no signs like swelling or lacerations or bruising? Like,
yes,
really,
you can
make
also
it make
check.
sense.
You can also check off angry flux because this is fucking bullshit. Like, there's no such thing as blunt force trauma.
Oh, guess what comes up? Shaken baby syndrome.
Oh, of course it does.
It hasn't given me a total answer yet, though. I just see it thinking, and it's looking at articles about shaken baby syndrome. It says such scenarios are possible, particularly with closed head injuries, where the force causes significant internal brain damage without breaking the skin or causing visible external trauma. For instance, in a high-speed rear-end car collision, the victim's head may snap forward and backward rapidly due to whiplash. The acceleration-deceleration force can lead to diffuse axonal injury but they said the baby had been like tossed out of a 15-story window.
And I don't know that, I mean, I get why they're calling that blunt force trauma, but I don't know that I would call that a blunt force injury.
Yeah, maybe they're just using the wrong terminology and confusing us. Are they saying, because this whole time, I've been under the impression that they are claiming the baby was smashed onto something and then shaken, or shaken and then smashed.
So that's because she did speak to cops. She said that he was a little woozy and out of it, so she was like, hey, like she did a gentle shaking, like, hey, wake up, hey, are you okay? And then at a different point in time, she had like tossed him onto the bed in a pile of laundry. But they're saying that she tossed him on the floor because tossing him on the bed they're saying what she did couldn't have led to those injuries, so she must have done something different. Based on literally no evidence. Like, I cannot be getting, like, this is what they're claiming. Like, they're saying, no, what she did couldn't have happened. She had to have thrown him. She had to have smashed his head, but they're not saying this is what she did. They're saying she had to have done it's the Karen Reed thing all over again, where the prosecutor's going, so we have A and C, so B happened. A and C, so B is there. Like,
Yeah.
no, you have to
Grok
tell me
is-
B.
Grok is saying that this can happen. Like Grok is saying you can even hit your head on something hard and have no visible outward signs of it. This is not my experience as a human being. This is not my experience. I've hit my head many times on things, and I've always gotten a goose egg or a mark or a laceration. I've hit my head on I've fallen on ice, like it says on Grok says you can fall on ice and have, no external signs. But this is just not my experience.
I have like, when I was a kid, I went to a ice skating rink for a birthday party, and the girl fell and smacked her head on the ice, and holy shit, it was like the scariest.
Like a
It didn't
murder
bust
scene.
open, but she had a literal softball on her fucking head. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's just not my experience as a human being. I guess it's possible, but it seems really unlikely to me.
I understand, like, the whiplash where your head is moving so quickly, your brain might hit that.
Yes, that makes sense. It does not make sense to me that you hit a hard surface and there's no swelling, no bruising, no laceration, nothing. I've literally never seen that. I have 3 children who were toddlers. They hit their head so many times and had so many bruises that I started making them wear hats inside the house. Like, for real. Like, when they learned how to walk, I was like, put your helmet on. It was like this little thick hat that I made for them. I even had to make up a song about it. Don't bonk your head. Don't bonk your head because it will hurt. Because it will hurt.
See,
so
unfortunately,
don't bonk your head.
Even in my adulthood, I need that, because I can't tell you how many times I've opened a door and thrown my head into it just because I have a lack of spatial awareness. And I'm like, I should probably get like a nice, like hard beanie where it looks like a beanie, but it's got like a kind of shell on the inside. But
yeah, like this is just not my experience as a human being. I mean, maybe there's these rare weird cases. Okay, I'll give them that.
Swan brings up a good point. Like, aren't babies like super soft and delicate, and like they'll bruise if they're leaned up against something too hard? I don't have babies, so I don't know.
I had babies and they had bruises all the time on their legs, arms. Especially when they start that walking, when they go from crawling to walking, it's like just accident heaven after that. And they just wipe out everywhere they go. So yeah, I mean, also little tiny babies are always tearing at their skin with their really
little
sharp
fingers.
Nails.
That's why they have little mittens.
Yeah, that's why you put gloves on them, because they're always tearing their skin, and they do have very delicate skin. So I would think that yes, but I mean, I'm being told by these sources that it happens. I've never seen it happen ever, but okay, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, and it's funny because I've never known anybody that's happened to either.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like,
I hate it when I'm told by experts that, oh yes, this thing happens, this thing that we've never seen in the history of mankind. Like, okay, I guess you've got the studies or whatever to show that it does, but
to be fair, in the last trial, the experts said that babies aren't mobile and can't scratch themselves.
Right. That's true.
So that was also a state expert that said that.
That was also ridiculous. But I mean, it appears that the medical literature agrees with this person. It agrees with the state saying that, yes, you can have blunt force trauma to the head with no outward visible signs. I'm just saying, okay, I've never seen it, but I guess.
Good Lord.
Is Grok getting its information from listening to this trial?
Probably. 'Cause
I mean, let's be honest. Grok is not exactly, Grok is pulling the information from articles, right?
yeah.
Um,
Speaking of the expert, what's up, expert? How you doing?
Hey,
It's good to
expert.
see ya.
Yeah, and
The
what's
state
funny is
expert.
that Grok is saying, yes, absolutely. It's very common for someone to hit their head hard on a solid surface like concrete, a countertop, a dashboard, or the ground, and have no visible external damage. What? It is?
I
It's
mean,
very
okay.
common?
Okay, what is it counting as a hit? Because, like, I just got hit in the head. That's not gonna leave a bruise or a mark, but I just got hit in the head. Like, what is it classifying?
No,
Like,
it's saying like
we
hard
need pounds per
falls.
pressure.
Yeah, I don't
Huh?
know. I don't know. But I do think that this is just odd.
'Cause,
It's just odd.
yeah.
I don't my lived experience does not match this. That doesn't mean
Have
that
you
I'm
ever
right, but it also makes me confused.
have you ever been hit in the head with a basketball?
Yes. That
That
hurts like
sucks.
hell.
But that I still had that red mark only lasted a little bit, but
Yeah.
the internal pain
Yeah, the
lasted
pain
an
lasts
eternity.
longer. I've been hit right in the nose by a basketball, and oh my god, the
Ooh.
pain. Oh my
And then the
god.
blood that just starts gushing out.
Oh, the pain. So much pain when you get hit in the face. But see, now that would make more sense to me that you wouldn't have much of a mark because a basketball is not all that hard, right? It's soft. There's air inside it. It's going to absorb some of that impact. So, and it's
But if
bouncy.
you're throwing it at a baby, it's the best explanation I have because the state's given me nothing at this point. Is that somebody threw a basketball at this baby's head so it didn't leave a mark? Like, that's the only thing. Like, good lord.
All right.
And uncontrollably. And that caused the rest of the brain to swell up with it. The entire brain swells up, some more than others. And that causes the inability to breathe and maintain bodily functions. And that's the mechanism of death.
Now, I'm showing my next evidentiary off to the defense counsel. If I may have one moment, please. Yes. May I approach the witness, please? Yes. Thank you. Doctor, I'll show you a document and ask if you recognize that document.
Yes, I do.
What do you recognize that document to be, Doctor?
It's a photocopy of a death certificate for which I filled out the certifier section on the death of Matthew Eapen.
And is that your signature located?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I'll call off and move to introduce this.
Any objection? No objection.
Subject to any redaction and excision later.
$2 super chat from Skipper. Thank you so much, Skipper Veteran Nation. I'm finally here, made it. Hell yeah. Thank you so much.
Questions of Dr. Fagan.
Okay, we get cross. Here we go.
Finally into cross.
Barry on cross.
Good afternoon, Dr. Fagan.
Good afternoon, Mr. Shea.
How are you, sir?
Lousy, I have a cold and my voice is fading.
Oh
Dr.
no,
Fagan,
we got
just to be
sick
clear,
Barry today.
You were gracious
that was
and
the
kind
witness
enough
who said
to,
that.
allow me to visit you on a prior occasion to discuss this matter.
That's correct.
And one of the, you base your opinion in part upon a review of the medical history you get from the medical records.
That's a portion of it, yes.
And part of that medical record was the history of Matthew Eapen prior to admission to the hospital.
That's correct.
And as far as you knew, and one of your working assumptions here, is that he was a normal, healthy baby on the morning of February 4th, in the evening, I guess, of February 3rd, prior to admission.
That's correct.
And you had no information that on the morning of February 4th, Matthew Eapen had presented as lethargic.
That's correct, too.
You had no information on the morning of February 4th that he was unusually sleepy?
I don't believe I ever heard that information.
You had no information that on the morning of February 4th he was difficult to arouse. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You had no information that he had been experiencing a loss of appetite.
That's correct.
You had no information, I take it, that he had been unable to move his bowels for 2 days.
I have not heard that before now.
Wow.
Wow. Seems like that would be
Now,
important to
doctor,
know.
taken together,
think.
those clinical symptoms that we've just reviewed can be the history of the child who is experiencing a slowly developing subdural hematoma with mass effect.
I'm not real up on the treatment of these things. It sounds correct, but it's not my field of expertise.
Okay.
It sounds correct.
There's nothing there that jumps out at you in terms of forensic experience that would be inconsistent with those symptoms being the clinical signs of a developing subdural hematoma. Fair enough?
That's true.
Now, I notice, doctor, that in your autopsy report and in your testimony here today, you did not give as a mechanism here or a contributing cause of death shaken baby. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you know Dr. Eli Newberger, do you not?
I met him for the first time on another case last week.
You've testified in cases where Dr. Newberger has also testified.
I think so.
You remember an Anderson case?
Yes.
That's the case where you and Dr. Newberger testified?
I didn't know that Dr. Newberger testified in it.
Oh, okay. But you have been made aware of Dr. Newberger's views with respect to the issue of shaking.
Yes.
In fact, there was I take it, a meeting between you and Dr. Newberger and perhaps the prosecutors to discuss disagreements you had with Dr. Newberger.
Not on this case, no. It was
Have you ever
another.
had such a meeting?
On another case, yes.
And so you do have disagreements with Dr. Newberger about the so-called shaken baby syndrome or shaken impact baby syndrome.
Objection.
I have some disagreements with him, yes.
Now, with respect to this case and your findings from the autopsy of Matthew Eapen, would your findings be consistent with this baby being taken and shaken back and forth violently for about a minute,
Shaking motion.
moving uncontrollably back and forth?
Distracting hand gestures.
And also shaking baby
I
motions.
take it the reason for
Oh, yes.
that is that
Shaken
you
baby,
don't
yes.
see any evidence of in injuries to the neck or the spinal cord that would be consistent with such a violent shaking.
Well, that's just part of it. The other part is there was a skull fracture, which you don't get just from shaking.
Well, I'm only asking you about whether, we'll talk about the skull fracture in a minute, fair enough?
Sure.
But I'm only asking you about whether or not the autopsy evidence is consistent with violent shaking back and forth for the minute. Are you
No,
with me?
it isn't consistent with that.
Tell us all the reasons why it's not consistent with that in terms of injuries you'd expect.
Well, we did what's called a posterior neck dissection. That means looked at the back of the neck for hemorrhage or bleeding in the small muscles that go between the neck bones. And if somebody was shaken violently for 1 minute, as an example, I would expect to find some hemorrhage in those muscles. I would also, the only thing I found that goes for it was that hemorrhage in the strap muscle that I described. But I would expect to find that. Potentially, I'd expect to find areas where the arms may have been grabbed or the ribs may have
Yeah,
been
like
grabbed,
where
bruising
you're
there.
shaking
and
the
I observed
baby.
none there either. But the most important thing, if somebody was shaken that much for a minute, I would expect more findings in the neck than I found.
Dr. Fagan, in terms of the way the child's anatomy, and in this case Matthew Eapen, would it be fair to analogize it to like the head is sort of heavy and the neck is a weaker hinge, and actually to shake back and forth for a minute like that would be very difficult for a strong adult?
With a 22-pound child, it would be difficult, yes. But the
Yeah.
neck in an 8-month-old is a lot stronger than it would be in a newborn through 4 months. At 8 months, it's fairly strong. So I wouldn't expect, I expect it would be very difficult to get it to flop back and forth at his size.
In other words, I guess not maybe.
This isn't good for the state.
So
No.
that,
Well, and I'm sitting here thinking,
to
I'm
shake
just
a
like,
baby for about a minute, Matthew.
they're sitting
thinks-
here, and I'm just like, if I was the defense attorney, I'm like, no, we know the baby was injured. All of these experts, everybody is going to agree that the baby was injured. Yes. Tell us how. That is
How?
what we need to determine is
this is
how, because you're
interesting
saying this. Go ahead.
It's interesting because, the state is convinced there was a shaking. And this guy's
Yeah.
like, I don't think it could cause that kind of damage. His neck would be too strong at this age. That's a very
Yeah.
interesting admission. Already, you talk about reasonable doubt. Here we go. Here it is. So how did it
literally-
happen?
Yeah. Yeah. Literally, I agree that the baby was injured. In all of these, I agree there was some type of injury or health issue. What you need to do is prove a criminal act.
A criminal act.
They are not
yeah.
doing that.
So far, I need Vinny Gambini. Everything that guy said is bullshit. Yeah,
Yep.
I need him.
Yep.
Size and weight would be a very difficult and tiring exercise
What's up, Uncle Buck?
for a strong, healthy male,
How strong?
New England Patriot type linebacker type.
I don't think.
That may not be such a wise.
All right. Well, it's the team. We'll move on.
He just tried to make a football
Now-
joke and it didn't land.
It didn't
That's
land.
funny.
So,
It's funnier that it didn't land.
incidentally, you described 3 injuries to the neck, right? That you found internal.
Yes, I did.
Can you turn Barry up
One
a
of them
little
in the
bit?
left,
He's
peripheral
quiet today.
recess. Could you show us where that is?
No. It's
could you describe
internally.
it?
It's back behind the epiglottis, which sits in the back of the throat. And I couldn't show that without sticking my finger down the throat.
Right, so it's down.
I
in the-
don't plan on it.
The
That
judge,
would be
don't
tough.
do that.
Or dangerous. And that would be consistent, would it not, with the use of a laryngoscope to attempt to intubate the baby and give him an airway?
Well, I don't think the laryngoscope would do it. I think the endotracheal tube would.
Right, the thing that's attached to the laryngoscope.
Well, it's not attached to it. It's a tube that's put in. The laryngoscope guides it in. There's a plastic tube. When that goes in, occasionally it causes a bruise to that area.
Well,
I think we've covered the subject.
something like this.
That's an oral airway.
Yeah. And I take it that the other injury to the neck, not the strap muscle, but the other one was what?
I believe that was a half-inch area of hemorrhage by the carotid sheath on the right common carotid artery,
And that-
which is a large artery on the right of the neck.
That could be consistent with attempts to intubate the child.
Intubation, I don't believe so.
Well, venipuncture, I'm sorry.
Venipuncture, yes.
And now, with respect to the strap muscle, right? I take it's your testimony that this is the kind of hemorrhage that can be brought about when the head is extended backward or hyperextended in that fashion.
Yes, rapidly and forcefully.
Now, let's talk about retinal hemorrhages briefly. You would agree, would you not, Dr. Fagan, that retinal hemorrhages, in your experience, can be caused by sudden increases in intracranial pressure?
Yes.
Optic nerve sheath hemorrhages can be caused by sudden increases in intracranial pressure.
Yes.
Now, with respect to the fracture of the wrist, could you please show the ladies and gentlemen of the jury where that was?
That was the end of the right wrist, about where I'm pointing here, the large bone in the forearm. And it was right near the end, about a half an inch or so from the end.
And you preserved that wrist area and that fracture.
It was preserved, and a portion of it was used for study under the microscope.
So in other words, you did what's known as a histology on this.
Yes.
You cut through the bone and you created a slide and you looked at it under the microscope in order to make an analysis as to what degree there was healing in this wrist fracture.
Yes.
In your opinion, doctor, this kind of wrist fracture, would it have been painful?
Yes.
Now, doctor, you indicated just a few seconds ago, I take it, that you had looked at some microscopic slides of the dura?
Yes, I did.
And when did you do that?
Over the last several weeks, when
And
the latest
which
ones
slides
were made.
did you look at?
I looked at the ones that were originally done by Dr. DiGirolamo, and I also looked at the ones that Dr. Leestma had me make slides of.
That's Dr. Leesma, the gentleman to whom you referred before when you relied upon his textbook.
Yes.
And he is known to you as a very well-respected forensic neuropathologist.
Well, I don't know him enough to say he's very well respected. I know he wrote a good book.
Well, if you write a good book, that's at least one form of meriting respect in your mind.
Yes, it is.
Evasive maneuvers.
Now,
Good one.
I don't want to say that he's
when you
well
first
respected.
removed the dura in this matter from Matthew Eapen's skull, you were assuming, you did not describe the dura in your autopsy report, fair enough?
That's correct.
So in other words, when you make out an autopsy report, what you do is you, in terms of external and internal examinations, you make notations about describing things. That's part of the process.
Yes, it is.
Now, when you remove the dura, you were assuming that there would be a more extensive examination of the dura made by the neuropathologists later, and they would be checking for themselves whether there were any areas of the dura that would be consistent with older injuries.
Yes.
And at the time that you were removing the dura, it was not a primary focus of your inquiry because you were assuming that the neuropathologist would study it carefully later.
That's partially true.
And from the examination that you did do of the dura when you removed it, you didn't see any brown spots on it.
No areas of golden brown coloration. That's correct.
But have you re-examined the dura since then?
Yes.
And you have seen some brown spots on it.
Not the right color to show healing, no.
But you've seen brown spots on it.
Well, that's just blood. It's not the
Okay.
color brown I'm referring to.
Now,
Oh, really? What color brown are you referring to, sir? Do you have that in Crayola terms for us?
in the
Is it
course
red
of,
brown? Is it
a
rust
properly
brown?
conducted
Brown.
autopsy and subsequent neuropathology examination, would you not agree that it is important to preserve whatever evidence is taken for such examinations in order for other independent experts to examine it for themselves?
Yes.
Here we go with the
And that
losing
is
the
an
blood
important
clot again.
principle in forensic pathology, is it not?
Yes.
And it's important to preserve a proper chain of custody with respect to specimens that are preserved.
Yes.
And in this particular case, you were aware, Dr. Fagan, that a request was made by the defense counsel, not these lawyers, but prior defense counsel, to obtain a second autopsy.
Yes.
And you understand as well, Dr. Fagan, that it is the option of the parents, which was exercised in this case, to say no under Massachusetts law, then such a second autopsy could not be performed.
I wasn't
Oh
aware
my
that was
God.
Oh my God.
So it's like the defense. How does the defense not have a right to have their own examiner?
Apparently, Massachusetts law says parents can say no. But that's pretty
That's not
convenient.
shady.
That's pretty convenient if the parents are the perpetrators. I don't think it ought to be up to the parents. It ought to be up to law enforcement, or, like, if someone's being accused of murder,
They should. Yeah.
you should have a right to a second autopsy by an independent autopsy person, medical examiner,
Yeah.
autopsiner.
100%.
I am not
Oh,
a
I like that.
doctorologist.
Obtopsiner. I'm going to start calling them obtopstiners.
Autopsiner.
Autopsiner. I cannot believe that they're allowed to deny them.
I can't either. That's
They're-
bullshit.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
If we had not
It's
called
bullshit.
bullshit before, it would definitely be called
Definitely. Yup.
reason.
But you know that it's the request for a second
Yeah, seriously,
autopsy
what
was gonna
happened
be-
to my
Yes, I'm
kid?
aware of
But
that.
don't look too hard.
Yeah.
And as a result of the fact, well, let me put it to you this way, and you were also aware that an order was issued by a court that mandated your office, the medical examiner's office, not to discard any tissue or specimens that were taken at autopsy.
Yes.
And let me guess, they did
And you are
anyway.
further aware, are you not, that this order was not passed on or was not communicated by members of your
Shocker.
office to the people from neuropathology who came over to take sections of the dura in this matter?
I'm not aware of that in particular, no.
Of course not.
No.
Well, it is Dr. Richard Evans, is that his name?
Yes.
Is the chief medical examiner.
Yes.
He's the head of your office.
Yes, he is.
And are you saying you have no knowledge that Dr. Evans failed to tell the neuropathologist in this matter, Dr. DiGirolamo, that there was a court order not to throw away specimens?
I have no direct knowledge of that. I've heard some hints about that, but I've never had Dr. Evans or Dr. DiGirolamo tell me. They never told me not to save every little tidbit. No, I'm not aware that he was told that.
Okay. Now, but would you agree, Dr. Fagan, that in terms of examination of the dura, that is important evidence in order to try to make a neuropathological assessment as to the age of a subdural hematoma?
Yes, it's very important.
And the reason, incidentally, if one had the clot available, that would also be important evidence, would it not?
Not that important. The adherence of the clot to the subdural is infinitely more valuable than a loose clot is.
Well, let us, would it not be useful evidence, if you don't want very important as a term, would it not be useful evidence to actually have available the clot that was removed and perhaps any associated membrane that might be there so that pathologists could look at it to make an examination? That would be useful, yes?
Only if there was a membrane adherent to it.
Well, Dr. Fagan, you can't know whether there were any
Can't know if
traces
you
of a
don't have it.
membrane in a clot unless you look at it, right?
Well, you can't have a clot if it
Oh,
dissolves
here we go.
either.
No, that's not the question.
Oh my God.
Ooh,
Unless
the
you collect
judge.
something, the clot that comes out of the brain, to examine it.
I really
even for
like
a
this
thin
judge.
membrane or adherence, the thin membrane.
He doesn't let
Listen,
witnesses
see,
do that
you
thing
can't
that
say
they
with
do.
any authority that it isn't
He
there,
doesn't
right?
let them have the
That's correct.
evasive maneuvers.
No.
And you are
stops them.
a person, I take it, Dr. Fagan, that believes that in the course of trying to reconstruct in a medical scientific investigation, it is important to get all the useful and relevant data that one can before coming into court and issuing an opinion in a matter of importance.
Yes.
And you would certainly regard, for example, dura to be such an issue in this case in terms of trying to date the age of the subdural hematoma.
Yes.
And you would certainly regard the clot, I guess you wouldn't say very important, but you're agreeing here, useful in an effort to date the subdural hematoma.
Yes, if there is one.
And the fact of the matter is that useful information, the clot, you know as a fact, was not preserved as a specimen from surgery in this case.
That's not true. Oh,
It's
from the
not?
surgery or from the
I
autopsy?
said from surgery.
Surgery, I don't think they saved that.
Ooh.
Now,
Ooh.
and just to get some things straight, I think you answered it at the end of Mr. Leone's direct examination. There is evidence that you examined the CAT scans in this case, did you not?
Well, the little bit I can do with x-rays, yes.
All right. And, but you would agree that, as I take it from your direct testimony, that there was the subdural hematoma on the right side here.
Well, when I got...
Initially at presentation.
Where?
I'm not talking about when you got it.
Yes, there was.
Right. And that from looking at the surgical notes and actually your findings at autopsy, there was this tragic series of events that upon removal of the subdural clot, there was what you called a rebound effect, correct?
Yes.
And the rebound effect resulted in the brain, because of high intracranial pressure, literally coming out of the craniotomy open made by Dr. Madsen.
That's correct.
And when the brain came out of the clot, that is when there's tearing of what's known as the subarachnoid space. There was bleeding into the subarachnoid space.
Yes.
And so,
But I'm not sure when that occurred, whether it was due to the rebound or the initial trauma.
what? Is there, you're not, in terms of reading these CAT scans, you don't feel qualified to opine as to whether or not they reveal any kind of subarachnoid injury?
That's correct. I don't.
So I take it, however, it would be consistent with your findings at autopsy, which are, after all, I guess 5 days after presentation of the child to the hospital, that the subarachnoid bleeding and a lot of the other stuff you saw in this brain could have been brought about by this herniation of the brain out of the craniotomy.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Why'd you do that to me?
Because I didn't understand it.
Okay. I was trying to. There are a considerable number of injuries to the brain that you would expect from looking at the surgical notes and the history here would have arisen from the rebound and herniation of the brain out of the craniotomy space.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said that you were somewhat limited in your examination of CT scans, correct?
Well, more than somewhat limited. Very limited.
Very limited. Okay. Let me show you, though. You make Exhibit 38. Now, you did review the CT scans, and does that look to you like a bone window, as it's called, from the February 4th preoperative CT scan?
I don't know.
You wouldn't know.
No.
And you wouldn't know what to make of the significance, if any, I take it, of the degree of, maybe if I can, okay, sorry. The degree, it's blocking your view.
Oh, he's almost in the box.
The degree
He's
of
almost
soft
in the
tissue
box.
swelling that is in the area of the right occipital area.
I couldn't tell if what's normal, what's abnormal.
Right, so you couldn't tell us whether that's slide or not or
So
anything,
why
right?
look at
That's
them
right.
at all?
And you
if
couldn't
don't
tell
know
us
anything
Right.
about them?
whether or not this bone window picture is consistent with the existence of a subgallial hematoma in the area of the skull fracture that you observed at autopsy.
That's correct.
Okay, stop for a second.
And-
This is totally
So
reminding
in other
me
words,
of that scene in From the Hip where he's making the experts sound stupid because he's like, so you
Yeah.
can't tell me how much bat guano there is on the plains of Rapshu. And the guy's like, no, I don't know anything about bat guano. And let me ask you, doctor, how many, and then he just keeps asking these ridiculous questions. He's like, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I thought this man was an expert in forensic pathology, but clearly I was mistaken, and this this guy gets dismissed from the stand because he just asked him a bunch of questions about stuff he doesn't know. Oh,
It is so incredible to me that they still try to prosecute this shit. They never see how full of shit they are. Ugh.
Just from looking at the CT scans, to the extent that they are evidence bearing upon what you saw 5 days later at the time of autopsy, you can't tell us what, if any, significance this bone window has.
That's correct.
And, okay, this is Exhibit 50. And if you could first show me, it's just me publishing it to the jury, where is the subgallery
brain
hematoma you were
pictures.
saying?
Here, here, all of this.
And where is the area of contusions from the surgery, hematomas from the surgery?
It's not in this picture. It's up here somewhere, completely separate from this.
Is there another picture that shows both?
Not in my hand. No, there is one somewhere.
Not in my hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
there is
Oh my
one
god.
somewhere.
I gotta take a moment of silence to just. He really just said that. Is there a
Well,
picture of this? Not in my hand.
You could have just
Really?
said yes, but it's not here. You're not showing it to me. I don't know where. Oh, my
He
lord.
could. Yes, there was a picture taken. Not in my hand, sir.
Sir,
Sir.
stop being a smartass. This is not for you're not supposed to be a smartass in court. Although it is it is entertaining once in a while.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Should I mark these for identification first, gentlemen?
No, is there an objection to it?
Well, no, I just want to ask him which one.
Did it
is
just
better.
get really quiet?
Is that fair enough?
The hell?
I muted my mic because I'm grabbing a pop. I'll be right back.
Okay.
But I do feel like it did get quieter all of a sudden.
I think it's because he's not by the microphone.
Photographs, Doctor. Is one of these, can show us both the subgaleal hemorrhage
There we
and the
go.
hematoma from the craniotomy?
Well, no. The same one as the other one, really.
That from further back?
Well, I'm trying to tell now. Hold it. This may be craniotomy hemorrhage here.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to orient myself. So, taking a copy of a picture.
Your choice, you're the expert.
Theoretically. This one's fine.
Theoretically, the expert?
This one
Wait,
shows it a little better here.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right, that may be marked, unless there's an objection, Exhibit 52.
I just didn't hear what it is.
Uh,
Are we going to have some question about what it is?
Yeah, sure. Just, Doctor,
Just a minute, I'm sorry.
Getting ahead of yourself, Barry. Let the judge keep up.
just point to me so then we can then
Yeah.
publish it to the jury. Point where you see hematomas from the craniotomy, where the space of skin is that you say is, there's no hematoma, and then where the hematoma that's adjacent to the fracture occurs.
The best,
We have this question and answer on the box.
Yeah, no, I'm first going to ask him.
Oh.
I'll do it in your other ones.
what should I do, Your Honor?
Just show it to me
Oh.
here, and then
This appears to be from the craniotomy. This is from the, this is a clear space, and there's, yeah.
I got it.
All right.
I think we're gonna see the old tech spicy pictures again, people. So tech warning. We're about to see pictures of brains on old tech.
That will look like, moon phases or sandwiches. We're not sure, one or the other. But it won't look like brain matter, that's for sure.
All right, doctor.
Which is
Bear with
beneficial
me.
for us.
That's true.
It's not one of my good
Especially if
areas.
anybody's eating.
This area over here,
Maybe don't eat
right,
like sloppy
where you see
joes.
the darkness, right?
Ah!
That is the area
Slugs!
that you're telling us you saw.
I'll
a
put myself in the
subgaleal
penalty box
hematoma
for 5
about
minutes.
3 inches.
That's correct.
And what I'm pointing to here, I guess, that bright
They're
line,
not
that's
going
the
to show
skull
it to us
fracture.
anyway.
Oh, good.
I
Maybe
don't
this one
know.
is too
Let me
graphic, and
stand
they're
up.
like, eh.
Sure thing.
I'm all for that, by the way. Please don't show me the gross brain
No,
photos.
it's a knife
Can you
cut.
see the skull fracture
No.
in this photo?
No, you can't.
All right. Basically, if I understand this correctly, what you did is you cut into the scalp, you pulled the scalp back, right?
That's correct.
And you're looking at,
Well, that portion where you,
Good old-fashioned
that portion that's back would be the lower portion that's pulled back. The front portion is pulled forward. That's the back portion that's pulled back.
all right, please tell me, because I take it that those are your hands in this photo?
Yes.
All right. Tell me how you reflected back, whatever you reflected back in order to have this picture taken.
I made a cut from, you have the large bone that my glasses sit on, or anybody's glasses, called the mastoid process. Big, thick bone sticks out on either side of the head. I made a cut that went over the top of the head from one mastoid process to the other. Then I peeled the portion of the scalp forward, and then the back of the scalp backwards.
Okay. And which,
Ugh.
Okay, that's
are we looking
horrifying.
at the stuff from the forward or from the back?
Check
You're
off
looking at
box
the
Thanks for
of
that,
intersection.
Dr.
horrified.
Frankenstein.
Uh-huh.
Well, you mean right at the point where it's,
The portion where I made a cut into the scalp that I pointed out in Exhibit 50 is the back portion of the scalp. That would be in my right hand.
okay. And this is the area that you're saying is where I'm pointing now, that dark stuff, you're saying that that's hemorrhage and hematoma from the surgery.
It appears to be, but it's not a great picture. That picture wasn't to demonstrate that, but it was to demonstrate something else. So I'm not sure.
Squall out! Squall out!
Doctor, please don't.
Judge Squall, I gotta see
Judge
that. We gotta see that again.
Squalls
Answer is
We
complete.
gotta see that again.
And
Holy
what I'm pointing
shit.
to here, which
Demonstrate something else. So I'm, it's the back portion of the scalp. That would be in my
Holy
right
shit.
hand.
okay. And this is the
I love
area
this
that you're saying
judge.
is where I'm pointing now,
You're
that
so
dark
funny.
stuff, you're saying that that's
Right?
hemorrhage and hematoma from the surgery.
It appears to be, but it's not a great picture. That picture wasn't to demonstrate that, but it was to demonstrate something else. So I'm not sure.
When I'm speaking to you, doctor, please don't continue to talk.
Doctor!
Your answer is complete.
Don't get brazen with me.
And what I'm pointing to here, which isn't dark,
I feel like you need those two side by side. Doctor!
Doctor!
Don't. His reaction to the finally, stop. Oh my god.
Now we know why he puts up with Barry screaming at the witness.
Wow.
Because he wants to scream at the witness too.
And he does. Oh.
Doctor!
I don't think-
Doctor!
I don't think I've seen a judge do that.
I've never seen a judge do that. That's so awesome. Oh my God.
And just the reaction, the jump scare from the witness.
Wait, I missed the jump scare. Do it again.
Yeah,
Do
he
it
has a full-on jump scare. It's beautiful. Watch this.
Stuff, you're saying that that's hemorrhage and
It's
hematoma
beautiful.
from the surgery?
Watch his
It
face.
appears to be, but it's not a great picture. That picture wasn't to demonstrate that, but it was to demonstrate something else. So I'm not sure.
He
I'm
goes,
speaking to you, doctor. Please don't continue.
Like, that was.
oh my God.
Oh,
my God, that's so funny.
wow.
How come you always get the best moments of this trial on your days? Damn it. Mine are always boring.
We gotta have the good ones on yours because you clip better. Because holy shit.
Yes, we can all
Wow.
thank Jeff. We can all thank Jeff right now for seeing this moment in court. Thank you, Jeff.
Oh, wow.
That was
I love-
intense. His face was so funny.
We gotta watch it one more time. One more time.
One more time. In
One
case
more
anybody
time.
missed his
It's
face,
the back
watch the
portion of the
witness.
scalp. That would be in my right hand.
In case
Okay.
anybody wasn't
And
paying attention.
This is the area that you're saying is where I'm pointing now, that dark stuff, you're saying that that's hemorrhage
Gotta
and
go back a little
hematoma
far.
from the surgery?
It appears to be, but it's not a great picture. That picture wasn't to demonstrate that, but it was to demonstrate something else. So I'm not sure.
Is that sex scandal face?
It's close.
Wait. It's like,
All right, can you slow it down? Do you have the ability to slow it down?
we can check.
No,
No.
it doesn't. Damn it. This is
I'm
not
gonna-
YouTube, unfortunately.
I'm gonna have to, because like
How you
right,
reflected back, whatever you reflected back in order to have this picture taken.
I made a cut
does it
from, you have the
right
large
when the
bone that my
judge,
glasses sit on.
like-
Yeah,
Anybody's
let's-
glasses
I
called
think
the
you're right.
mastoid
I think it
process.
is.
Big, thick bone
I'm
sticks
gonna
out
try
on either
and
side of
pause
the
it
head.
right on the
I made a
sex
cut that
scandal
went over the
face.
top of the head from one mastoid process to the other.
Good Lord,
Then
except
I
we have to
peeled
keep
a portion
listening
of the
to
scalp
about
forward,
like,
and then the
the
back of the
scalp
scalp
being pulled
backwards.
off.
Okay. And are we looking at the stuff from the forward or from the backward?
You're looking at the intersection of the two.
And, well, you mean it right at the point where it's...
The portion where I made a cut into the scalp that I pointed out in Exhibit 50 is the back portion of the scalp. That would be in my right hand.
Okay. And this is the area that you're saying is where I'm pointing now, that dark stuff, you're saying that that's hemorrhage and hematoma from the surgery?
It appears to be, but it's not a great picture. That picture wasn't to demonstrate that, but it was to demonstrate something else. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There it is.
Lips pressed together. I'm gonna allow it. Sex scandal
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just that.
Uh-huh. Good catch.
I just
Flux.
got yelled at.
Good catch.
I'd probably make that face too. Holy shit.
Holy shit. That was so crazy.
When I'm speaking to you, doctor, please don't continue to talk.
Oh.
Jeff would be enjoying this so much.
And what I'm pointing to here, which isn't dark, right? That bridging area, that's the area where you're saying you found no hemorrhage or hematoma.
There is no hematoma in that area.
Okay. Now, do you have a better picture that illustrates this?
Personally, no, I don't.
And basically what you're telling me is that in terms of illustrating what you've described, these are not the world's greatest pictures.
They're adequate, but not great.
But I take it that the cut you
Who took
made
these
was
pictures?
into
Wasn't it you, doctor?
subgaleal hematoma that you described.
So you took inadequate pictures. Is that what you're telling us, doctor? That's what I would have said.
Adjacent to the skull crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And that's the only cut you made.
yes.
The lights can come back.
So your picture-taking skills leave a much to be desired. Is that what you're telling us, doctor?
All right, that's resumed.
And why did you take such terrible pictures of evidence? Okay, we should stop this now. We've been going for 2 hours and I need to get going.
Yes. And it's a good, we are on day 15.
Okay.
Day 15. And we
What-
are at timestamp 1 hour and 6 minutes and 10 seconds. I wrote it down.
Perfect. All right. I have
Look at
also
us.
written it down so that we don't. All right. Those of you who are
Wow.
doing bingo, let me tell you what was called. We have hair talk, sound problems, yells in Boston, what if any, sidebar, objection, old tech, kid rage, shoulder pads, Dorothy Hamill haircut, bullshit, what a bitch, shaken baby, distracting hand motions, evasive maneuvers, and sex scandal face. Oh, and we had squall out. Yep, squall out.
I did not get bingo today.
I
didn't.
almost got double bingo. I had
Oh,
a good
wow.
card. Look at my card. We should have called Flux Pet's cat, and then I would have had,
yeah.
because you did, and then I
I
would have
did.
had, bingo, double bingo. There it is. Double bingo. Here, I'll show you. Look at my bingo card. Look at my bingo card. Here it is.
Hell yeah.
There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
I've got double bingo.
You got the nice cross going on.
Uh-huh.
And you not too far away from
I
a
almost
third
had
bingo.
triple. I almost had triple
Yeah.
bingo. Because if I could have done Megan Can't Read Notes, I would have had a diagonal bingo too. So yeah. Yeah, it's a
Man.
good I had a good card today.
That was a good one. I cannot believe the
It
judge
looks like Swan Lake
yelled at the
Lady got bingo
witness.
too. That was so funny. Doctor!
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 Wow.
Don't get brazen with me.
That was a good moment.
Yes.
That was
How
almost
many-
that was up there with Judge Schrader, man. It was.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
get brazen with me.
It was like, oh. That's where you stop and you're like, oh shit.
Oh
What
shit.
just happened?
Oh my god, he's like 5 seconds away from calling the bailiff to put me in cuffs.
Right?
That is not a tone
Wow.
that you want to hear the judge saying, it's talking at you. You don't want to hear that.
Mhm. Yeah. Wow.
All right, so next week we'll be back on my channel and we will continue.
Sounds good to me. Hopefully we'll get more of the judge squalling out.
It's good times. Good
Oh.
times, everybody.
All right, my dudes, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We will be back next week, and you are on with Tug tonight again?
Yep, it's Thursday. That would make it Tug's night. We'll be on Tug's channel, and it will be a good time as always.
Nice. All right, everyone. Until then, have an excellent day. Be excellent to each other, and we will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.